Hi class. If you would click like and subscribe, this channel is designed to help adults who are learning to read or who are struggling to read. And I'm going to read an article today from msn.com, how to get a stimulus payment if you don't have a permanent address or a bank account. So this is going to be very helpful information, and I will let you know what steps you need to take to make certain that you still get your stimulus check if you don't have a permanent address or a bank account. But I want to show you all something really cool of how I figured out, how I was blessed to figure out how to highlight each word as I read word for word. This can be on any website. You first right click and click right here where it says read aloud. Okay, I'm gonna pause that. And right here in the upper right hand corner, if you see my white arrow, it says voice options. You can click that, and right here you can control the speed. You can slide this bar to control the speed. Right here it says slow, normal, and fast. Fast will be too fast for those of you who are struggling to read, so I'm going to have it right here to make it a little bit slower. Right here you can click and select a voice from different countries. United States, India, Spain, Mexico, Russia is on there, and several others. Okay, so I'm going to let's see, I'm going to leave it in right there. And right here it says learn how to add more voices. Okay, so I'm going to click play, and the first part says as it continues to, the word to is highlighted, so let's go from there and continue. To disperse the third round of stimulus payments to eligible Americans, the IRS is encouraging those who don't have a permanent address or a bank account to take certain steps to make sure that they receive the money they are owed. Most of the economic impact payments, EIP, are made automatically. The IRS either deposits them into bank accounts it has on file or mails a paper check to a taxpayer's address. But if a person is experiencing homelessness, doesn't have a bank account, or earns too little to file taxes, it is more difficult for the IRS to get them the money automatically. That is why the IRS created the non-filers tool when the first EIP went out last year. However, not everyone who is eligible for a stimulus check knew about or could access the non-filers tool, and it is now closed. Millions of Americans could be missing out on potentially thousands of dollars in stimulus money. But if you have a Social Security number and are not claimed as a dependent on someone else's taxes, you are owed a stimulus payment. Here's what you can do to get the money. Those who usually don't file a tax return need to do so this year. Even if you had no income last year or too little to file a return, you should file a basic 2020 tax return this year, the IRS says. That is the only way for the agency to get the information it needs to disperse a payment. When you file that basic return, the IRS will send the check to the address provided on the form. People do not need a permanent address or a bank account. They don't need to have a job, the IRS writes. For eligible individuals, the IRS will still issue the payment even if they haven't filed a tax return in years. The quickest way to receive a stimulus payment is via direct deposit. Still, that can be inaccessible for some Americans. Millions operate outside of the banking system in the U.S. The IRS is encouraging those without a bank account to set one up for free at a local bank. To help, the FDIC has launched a campaign that highlights 75 banks and credit unions that are offering no or low-cost accounts specifically for the unbanked. You can read more about information about that and search for local accounts on the FDIC's website. Otherwise, payments will be mailed to the address provided on each return. A person experiencing homelessness who is unable to receive a direct deposit payment can put the address of a friend, relative, or someone else he or she trusts, the IRS says. The individual may also put the address of a shelter or a drop-in day center where he or she will be able to collect mail. The payment will be mailed as a check or debit card to the address on the return. Claim a recovery rebate credit. When filing the 2020 return, The individual will claim the recovery rebate credit to receive the first 2 stimulus payments. Those who earned less than $72,000 in 2020 can use IRS Free File to file a basic return. They will also qualify for free tax help via community programs the IRS has established. The agency suggests finding help on its free tax return preparation site or by calling 1-800-906-9887. Okay, let me stop right there. Now, you heard my voice on here talking in this video, but if you selected one of those voices that I showed you earlier on voice options right here, then you would hear the voice of that recording, that computerized voice. So what I'm going to do, I hope this information was helpful to you. I'm going to include this website information here about, you can read more information about to search for local 75 banks and credit unions. Let's see. Let me see if this comes up. This is the FDIC website. Okay, it says right here, find a bank. Okay, and it says Bank On, American Bankers Association, Independent Community Bankers of America. And again, you can right click and click read aloud, and the information will be read for you. Let me click on American Bankers Association. It says choosing a safe and affordable account. Right here. Are you without a bank account? Okay, and it's offering information here for you. So again, if you want this information read to you, just right click, select right here where you see the letter A. It says read aloud, and it will highlight the word. You would hear the recorded voice reading for you, and if you don't like the sound of that voice, you click right here in the upper right hand corner. It says voice options. If it's too fast for you, you move the bar this way. If it's going too slow for you, you move it to the right. But don't go any further than right here where it says normal, because these speeds here are too fast for you all. And right here, if you want a female voice, you know, there's different choices. Or you can have a man's voice. You can have a voice for a different country accent. And then each word will be highlighted as the digital voice is saying each word. So then you can learn new words this way as well. All right, I thank you all for taking the time to listen to this video. Click like and subscribe. Listen to all of the videos that I post on my website, that I post on my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it, because it hurts the channel when you don't watch the entire video. You all will find more improvement in your reading if you listen to all of the video, and also if you do all of the homework assignments on the WordPress PDF. There's no homework when I have these types of videos other than for you to try to learn new words, and you can add new words to your reading notebook as you go along. If you feel that it's a word that you would normally use in your day-to-day speaking or in your vocabulary, if you want to learn how to spell any of these words in these articles, you can add them to your reading notebook. All right, I thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.